Hello, dear Congress participants. My name is Ingrīda Keviša from Latvia, and I represent a team that have done research together. And the team involves scholars from the University of Latvia and from the University of Wroclaw in Poland. The title of our presentation is Opinion of Future Preschool Research on Teacher Responsiveness. It concerns the social aspect of teacher education. As we all know, developing social skills like empathy, like the ability to solve problems, like the ability to adapt to the increasingly changing environment is becoming very important in teacher education. And this study highlights the importance of responsiveness of preschool teachers in providing supportive responses, as well as assuming responsibility and leadership in the regulation of children's emotions in pedagogical activity. The aim of the study is to analyze the opinions of students, pre-service preschool teachers studying in Latvian and Polish institutions of higher education on teacher responsiveness. The research methodology includes theoretical method, the analysis of academic literature related to teacher responsiveness, and the empirical method, a survey of 307 Latvian and Polish full-time and part-time students. With regard to the theoretical background of the study, we proceed from the principles stated in the OECD skills strategies that the training of prospective preschool teachers should respond to the need to develop diverse competencies in pedagogical practice, so that the teacher can provide an emotionally safe and supervised learning environment for developing children's skills at an early stage of life. Therefore, the development of social and emotional preparedness of preschool teachers is very important, with a particular focus on the development of social and emotional skills and raising their awareness of the importance of teacher responsiveness in promoting children's development. There are numerous studies in academic literature devoted to teacher responsiveness, and they highlight responsiveness as a teacher's reaction to children's negative emotions and state that it is very important in preschool pedagogical activity. It significantly affects children's overall and emotional development and may lead to far-reaching consequences for children's behavioral problems later in life. Scholars suggest that inappropriate reaction of adults, including punishing the child and minimizing the importance of child's emotions, affects the development of children's emotional competence. There are several factors that influence the preschool teacher's ability to respond appropriately to child's negative emotions and complex mutual relationships. And they include depression, stress, emotional exhaustion, knowledge and application of stress management strategies in dealing with diverse pedagogical situations, as well as teachers' special education. The pedagogical activity of the institutions of higher education and their academic staff creates an educational environment in which future specialists can develop their readiness for professional activity. This readiness comprises a set of qualities which is the result of accumulated positive experience and successful internal potential for pedagogical activity, as well as the state of resources for purposeful activity. Therefore, it is very important to study students' opinions, to identify the attitudes of pre-service preschool teachers to the role of teacher responsiveness in pedagogical activity, which was the purpose of our empirical study. The study was conducted by means of an online survey in the period from 2020 to 2021. The participants of the study were first-year students from the University of Latvia and the University of Wroclaw in Poland. All the participants are future preschool teachers. The total number of respondents was 307. Among them, there were 164 Latvian students and 143 Polish students. 100 of our respondents were full-time students, but 207 were part-time students. Interestingly, 99% of the respondents were women. The age of the students varied from the age of 18 to some respondents being 30 years old. The study was conducted by means of a questionnaire for the responsiveness of preschool teachers, elaborated by a team of American scholars. It includes 7 different situations causing children's negative emotions and a range of potential responses which the respondents had to evaluate according to a 7-point scale, where 1 referred to the situations or reactions they would be very unlikely to exhibit, and 7 would be the reactions they would be very likely to demonstrate. And students' answers were coded according to 5 strategies of teacher responsiveness, namely punitive reactions, expressive encouragement reactions, emotion-focused reactions, problem-focused reactions, and minimization reactions. In processing the results of the survey, we first tried to establish the mean values of students' responses according to the strategies of teachers' responsiveness that the given chart demonstrates. As the chart shows, the participants of the study recognize the problem-focused reactions and emotion-focused reactions quite well, and both Latvian and Polish respondents rated them as the ones they would be most likely to demonstrate in the given situations. They are also quite likely to demonstrate expressive encouragement reactions, but to a bit lesser extent. And the minimization reactions, which involve minimizing the seriousness of the situation and minimizing the degree of children's emotions, are less favored among the respondents. And the least favored are punitive reactions, which many of the respondents are very unlikely to demonstrate, even though some respondents still find it acceptable to punish the child, which could be explained by the fact that the respondents are first-year students and they are, say, in the early stage of becoming a professional and qualified teachers. All in all, there is no statistically significant difference between the reactions of Latvian and Polish respondents, even though there are still 3 items where these differences were established. One of them refers to the reaction in the situation where a child is becoming angry, and it can be observed that the Polish students would be more likely to send this child to another room to calm down, while the Latvian students have not marked this reaction as very likely. And another one would be a difference in item 3 in a situation where a child hits another child, where the Latvian students would be more likely to make the guilty child apologize for that than Polish students. We already established in our previous study that Latvian prospective teachers do not consider making the child apologize as punishment and regard it as an appropriate reaction in this situation. We didn't establish the causes or the reasons for this difference in our study, but most likely it could be due to the experience of students in their own families or in the educational setting. As to life experience and work experience, we wanted to test whether there is a difference in the reactions of full-time and part-time students. And therefore, we measured, say, 2 groups of respondents separately, the full-time and the part-time ones. And the difference appeared in 3 items. One would be item 2, comforting a child and telling the child not to worry in a situation where the child is upset, where the part-time students would be much more likely to do that. And the other difference appeared in items 7 and 8, dealing with children's aggression, regarding to each other when they start to fight, where part-time students have got much more definite response strategies and would be more ready to make the guilty child apologize. This could be due to the fact that these students have experience working in children. They work in some kinds of preschool institutions already and are more experienced with dealing with this kind of children's behavior. All in all, the research results show that the first-year students demonstrate understanding of the importance of teacher responsiveness and humane action strategies in pedagogical work in response to a child's negative emotions in preschool setting. The students' responses show that they would not use punishment as a way to reduce the child's negative emotions, but would encourage the child to express his or her feelings openly and try to make the child forget the particular accident or problem as soon as possible. The students appreciate teachers' involvement in solving the problem, helping the child to figure out himself or herself, what the best course of action would be, thus advancing their skills. And finally, the study reveals the opinions of first-year students on the strategies of expressing teacher responsiveness, as it can be used as a basis for further research on the implementation of various teacher training approaches in university practice. Thank you for attention.